Hello, welcome to Smart Web Solutions. In today's video, I'll be guiding you how to install Certum Commercial SSL on a control panel, that's cPanel. Before we start, if you're visiting this channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscription and hit on the bell so that you get to be notified when there is new video. Now, to start with, you need to log into your control panel, that's your cPanel, using your login credential. If you don't have one, you need to contact your host to get your control panel login details. You use your domain name /cpanel as a usual URL, or there are other URLs you can access your control panel, which we will not be talking about them now. So once you log into your control panel, you scroll down to the SSL segment. That's the security segment. You click on the SSL/TLS to generate your certificate signing request, that's CSR. So we want to generate CSR for this Certum Commercial SSL to be installed on our account. On the interface, you see there are different columns. We have private keys, generate certificate signing request, certificate, and then manage SSL. So you click on the second icon, that's certificate signing request, to generate your CSR. So on this page, on the next page, you put in the details and fill in the form. The first where to fill is the domain name. So you enter the domain name you are installing the SSL and fill in other requirements. So now we've entered all the major details, the contact details, the address, the company name, and what have you. So next is to click on this generate so that it will generate our certificate signing request. Then we use it and then verify the domain name. So now we are on the the certificate page. We copy this certificate and then we log into our client area where we send the certificate and then verify the domain name before we get the certificate issued and installed on our account. So next step is to log into our client area, which we already have our client area here. Login your client area with SmartWeb Nigeria Limited, that's smartweb.com.ng. So once you are on the client area page, you click on this service. From the drop down, you click my services. Then it will take you to all the services you are having. So you select the certificate, the Certum Commercial SSL you are installing. Then click on the active key, which is in green. Click on the active key on the certificate you are installing on the SSL, Certum Commercial SSL. So on the next page, you scroll down and then click on this configure certificate. Click to configure certificate. So it will take you to a place where you put your CSR, that's the certificate you just copied, which we generate from our cPanel. So you paste the certificate here. Then on this web server type, you select cPanel/webmail. We're using cPanel, so you choose cPanel/webmail. So the hash algorithm, you can leave this one by default. Then the common name is the domain name you are installing the SSL on. So once you have the domain name here pasted, then every other details you need to fill in this form. Other details are there. You can just scroll down and then copy the details, then fill in the form and submit. So we have successfully filled in the form. The next thing to do is click on this continue. So this will be sent to the Certum Commercial SSL and they will send us a verification. So on the next page, you have an add to scan. The add to scan page, that's we want to choose the approval method. So you click on this prefix with www, check in the box, and then we choose an approval method. We want to verify the domain ownership. So we have three methods. You can either use the admin, which is the admin email, or you use the file format, which you'll be given certain configuration to be added on your control panel file. Then we have the DNS. The DNS verification method has to do with the DNS zone. You enter the DNS zone and then add the details that will be given to you and verify the domain ownership. So in this case, we are using admin email for now to verify the domain ownership. So once you choose admin email, make sure that you create an admin email from your control panel. Then click to continue. Once you verify everything is okay, then click to continue again. So a message will be sent to your admin email. You click on the admin email to verify the email that was sent to you. So this will take a little time, maybe 1-2 minutes. The email will drop and then we verify the domain name. Now we've logged into our admin email and the verification email has dropped. So the next thing is to view this email and then verify the domain name. So you just click this link, verify the domain ownership, and then get verified. So once the verification page open, we click on verify here. Click verify, then allow it for a few seconds. Then we click on this refresh to have the domain name verified. Once it's verified, it's going to check out on this page. We'll see a checkout icon that shows the domain name has been verified. So let's refresh and see. Okay, we have to allow it for a little while to verify. So now refresh and see if the verification is successful. And yes, the domain name has been verified. You can see the state here is showing the verified icon that the domain name has been verified. So the next thing to do, we go back to the client area. We log into the client area, then click on back to client area here to get the certificate that is issued. So you click on show certificate here. This is under the Certum commercial SSL segment. So you click on show certificate. The certificate will be issued, and then here, this is the certificate. So the next thing is to copy this certificate. We copy everything here on the certificate. Then we go back to our control panel, and don't forget not to close this page because we are going to use this encoded key. This encoded key is going to be useful to us. So we open a new tab for our control panel and go to security segment, then click on SSL/TLS, then scroll down and click on manage SSL to install the SSL that was issued. So on this page, you choose the domain name which you are installing the SSL on. Click on this drop down and select the domain name. If you're having multiple domain names on this segment, all domain names and subdomain will appear here. So you just be mindful and then choose the right domain name you generate the CSR and issue the certificate for. So you paste the certificate here, and then you go back to where you generate the CSR and copy the encoded key. That's the private key. So you copy everything here on this page. And then paste it on the cPanel here on the private key. Then for the bundle, if you have the bundle, you can as well paste it here. If you don't have the bundle, you can ignore it. It will come by default. So you click on install certificate. The certificate will be installed. As you can see here, you have successfully updated SSL website certificate. So the certificate is successfully installed, and the next thing to do now is to do the redirection. We redirect the domain name from HTTP to HTTPS. That's force redirection from our .ht access file. So you go back to your client, your cPanel homepage, go to File Manager, then open the public_html under the public folder. That's the default root. Then you check the .htaccess file. If it's there, if it's not there, then it's a hidden file. You can unhid it using the settings. From the settings, then click on web root and click on show hidden files, then save. If it's not there, then the certificate, the .htaccess file will come by default. If it's not there, then you have to create the file, which is .htaccess. So as you can see here, we have our .htaccess file. You just right click and then click on edit. So we are editing the .htaccess file and add the redirection code to this file. That's the first redirection of our Certum commercial SSL. So next is just to copy our .htaccess code. So you just copy your redirection code and then paste it here. So this is the redirection code. After you paste, then you click on save changes. Once you've done that, then you are through with your certificate installation. You just click to verify if the domain name is now redirected from HTTP to HTTPS. So as you can see, our domain name here is successfully redirected to HTTPS. In this case, the certificate installation is successful. Thank you for your time. I will see you next in another video.